Hey guys, welcome to turn 18. Still no combat. Probably the longest I've ever played a Hotseat, where nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing. We can see the enemy, but nothing has happened. At least on my part. And any part. I don't think anyone's had any battles whatsoever in 18 turns, which I think must be some kind of Hotseat world record. Or at least in my experience with Hotseats, which isn't much. Anyway. We've got new orders for the Free Peoples. It needs me to come to the saddle, which is okay, but we're leaving the south. Also, the Misty Mountains seems to be moving the saddle again, so if you send your armies, Lord Burst is saying, I'm guessing you have more armies coming as well. Yeah, I do, but from the west, and the south is still very open for the taking if he wants it. Orcs is moving towards Armand Soul now, but he has 4K men there ready, so I doubt he will come much closer. I ordered dwarves to march straight east to keep the heat on Orcs. Dwarves could change course to help us or invade the Orcs mainland. Sort of like 50-50. See, whoever strikes first is bound to have the disadvantage. So, you know, whoever's on the defensive here probably has the advantage. This is applied from the dwarves. The most good generals don't have Nightfire for some reason. It's fucking retarded if you ask me. By default, the game has a thing. It automatically like kicks in most thing with the game. Your general gets Nightfighter if he has 5 stars or 4 stars or something. He automatically gets it. Or he should, but he doesn't in this for some reason. Yeah, he has Dane, who is his faction leader, that has a Nightfighter, and then the Dwarf Master Race, which is fun. But yeah, Eriador is in the forest just south of here, so he's able to attack any Orc forces that show up, which is probably him. He's probably going to wait and bring his troops together. I'm hoping he has troops at Armored Soul, so he'll be able to come over and help me, in theory. So, yeah. I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure, like I said, he has 4,000 guys there, so if he does attack, I'll be able to wait on him to come and assist me, I suppose, in the battle. I shouldn't have to face them alone, I don't think. But, like we said, they have Nightfighter, so if he attacks us with my forces nearby, he can just use Nightfighter and separate our troops, which is kind of retarded. Not really built for Hotseats, I don't think. It's kind of a little unbalanced in that prospect, but oh well. Anyway, guys, that's about all for now. Absolutely fuck all going on as usual in the Third Age Hotseats. Nothing ever happens. Hopefully, we're getting to the point where we can actually have some fucking combat. The first person to lose an army, then we're going to steamroll the fucking mountains, I think. If he loses his forces, we'll steamroll his locations, because he'll be weakened, and then that's our cue, sort of open the window to strike, in theory. Same goes for me, though. If I lose my troops, we're fucked, because we're going to take a while to bring all my forces back over to assist. So, yeah. Anyway, next turn. Hey guys, turn 19. The Orcs of the Misty Mountains are sort of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And not sort of engaging, but they are out of range. We've moved Elrond slightly down to further to the south, because the Free People says, yeah, I'm going for the north Farbad. So I think you can move south to southeast. I know that we cannot proceed if he moves his army south next turn, but that is not a problem. He's got half a stack hiding in the woods southwest of Horwell. So generally, if he goes south, we'll pull back. If he goes if he goes south, we'll pull back, and the Free Peoples will strike this location here and take that. If he goes north, then we'll strike at Farbad and take those locations. So it's sort of a win-win situation either way, in theory. All I know is, I know that his main force is over there, so we know he's no way he's going to be able to get to Eriador in time to do anything, so, yeah. And we've got more reinforcements coming from our capital, so we've got it in the bag. Either Farbad will be taken, actually we're going to take probably about 2 turns for us to get there, so we'll have to see. But if he goes south, we'll pull back a little bit, obviously go back to defending his lands, and hopefully the Free Peoples can take this, because it's got no walls, so he can just take it like that, seconds, so he doesn't need to siege it at all. Anyway guys, we'll go to the next turn and see what moves he makes. Hey guys, turn 20, and we're back. No combat yet, but hopefully we're going to be taking Farbad pretty soon. The Orcs have done a pretty sneaky little thing. They're in range of Horwell, and at the same time they are in range to stop a siege on Farbad, because we'll siege it, it will take us 1 turn to take it, and then his forces will get there. Hopefully, what I'm counting on at the very least, is the ability for my spies to sneak in and open the gates for me. Yeah. That's only one spy, though. We've got 32% chance. So what we'll do, we'll move the other one over. He's actually just out of range of Farbad, which is a pain in the ass. But on the next turn, I think you can put 2 spies in the one settlement and increase the odds, doesn't it? Maybe? I don't know. It might, hopefully. Because, I don't know. If my spy can't open the gates, we can't take the settlement because he'll show up and stop us. On the bright side of the news, we have our reinforcements arriving from our lands, which will give us a full stack and just about over a full stack, actually. So, guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn. I've sent word to... Hey, my spy leveled up. Awesome. But yeah, I've sent word to the Free Peoples telling them that we can't take Farbad unless my fucking spy manages to open the gates. I have faith that he'll be able to open the gates. They usually do. So, yeah. That's like the one good thing that I have luck with most of the time. Anyway, guys, we'll end the turn and see what happens. Hey guys, we've actually had a little bit of combat. It wasn't worth anything showing. We might actually get some in the next turn, though. We've taken Farbad with this single unit. We didn't use a single elf died in this assault. We took Farbad. Bang, like that. And then the South Farbad didn't even have anyone in it. So he went ahead. The only person with movement range enough to get to the south area of it. And we've taken that. The Free People suggested a bunch of stuff. One of them was stuff about all this and where his armies are. Making my own hot seat and testing exactly what's going on. Meanwhile, the Orcs have gone the battle. The Orcs and Misty Mountains are heading towards this general direction, which is where his spy is. So all kinds of stuff going on. But the Free People suggested something about attacking, but that was really risky because he could either beat me, or if he couldn't beat me, he could reload and then just retreat with his army back to whatever the hell forces he's got stacked around here, and then he can just muster his forces up and everything, and then I'd be outnumbered, and by the time I got to him, he'd attack me, and then I'd be dead. It's just a risky move, unnecessarily risky, and I didn't want to risk it. Risk. So, what we've done here, we've taken Farbad with minimal units as possible. We've left all my forces hidden in the trees. I learned something recently. Thank you, Matto, if you're watching this, because you told me this. That if you have a full stack or more than half a stack hidden in the forest, then that army is visible. It's not actually hidden. So always like split up your army. Always have half a stack maximum in a single army when we're trying to hide them from an enemy. Which makes sense. That's why I split them up and put them in the forest like this. So hopefully he can't see them. If you see his movement range, he's not even in range of my forces to get me. So what my plan is here, that he goes, crap, he's taking Gundabad. Hasn't got any forces around, obviously. Not hiding in the trees or anything. And then he lays siege to Farbad. And I take it back. I fucking jump in with this army because this one's out of range, apparently. And then we attack with that army. And do as much damage as we possibly can, kind of thing. And that should be enough to then kill that army. And once that army's killed, if we pull this off, even if he only sends a small garrison force to tank Farbad, what we'll do, that'll weaken him considerably, and then we can push, because then his army will be even weaker than it already is. If he just sends, say, four units to take Farbad, I swoop in, kill those 4 units, and then we attack this full stack, which is now 4 units weaker than it previously was. I don't know, trying to explain it the best I can, but it's sort of like, it could work, it could go horribly, horribly wrong. It's kind of the thing with hot seats. If you take a risk, there's a real chance that it could blow up in your face. Or in this case, the Free People's face, if the Orcs decide, okay, we're not going to risk it, and then bugger off up there. In which case, I'll probably just steamroll through his stuff. Hopefully, everything will go according to plan. Famous last words. And the next part, we die, and then our entire faction's wiped out. Oh well. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn and see what the Orcs' next move is. Hopefully, they'll send their full force to Gundabad and we'll kill them. That's probably not going to happen. Hey guys, turn 22, and fuck me, is the High Elf auto-resolve chances horrible. Just fucking plain horrible. The Orcs laid siege to Farbad. I was going to say Gundabad there. The Orcs laid siege to Farbad. My troops are waiting in the trees as we left them last turn. I had them in my trap, in my sights, vastly outnumbered, outpowered, outgunned, and yet every single fucking thing that I tried, crushing defeat, clear defeat, defeat, Crushing defeat. Over and over and over again. I had to reload like 20 fucking times to try and find the correct fucking way for me to get a clear victory. Thinking to myself, okay, I should easily be able to win this when I first go in. And then it's like, why am I losing? Because the fucking high elf units suck. At least in auto-resolve, on the battle map I could have easily killed him. But obviously you don't do that in Hotseats. But fuck me, that was like the longest and most depressing fucking battle that I've ever played in probably any Hotseat. Because that was just horrible, like reloading over and over again, trying to find little tiny ways to move my units in a certain way or set them up in a certain position. In the end, I managed to get the best possible outcomes that I could get were a draw, which killed like 1,000 of my guys, and then a clear victory afterwards. And then the orcs fell back over here. The only good news being that their forces are utterly fucking beaten to hell right now. But because of the High Elves' incredibly shit auto-resolve chances, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to win in the next turn. At least we had some fucking action, though, and we actually managed to defeat them. I mean, we lost pretty much all of our army and suffered fucking heavy casualties. And I don't think there's going to be any victory songs sung tonight for the Elves. They're just going to be mourning the lost, I'm afraid. But yeah, the orcs have also taken this saddle. They might actually now be forced to march back over here because, well, Aragorn is over here heading back to this place to retake it in my name and give it back to me. And then that leaves all of the Misty Mountains undefended and Moria undefended from me. So the orcs may be forced to hold their advance and go back. Or it might end up with us taking all their land and them taking all ours. That would be quite funny. But we'll fucking see. I think the Free Peoples have some contingency plans set into place. And we'll have to see how that goes. But for now, guys, we'll end the turn. Hopefully, he obviously can't move next turn because he's been defeated. But the orc could head in this direction, which means attacking him might be risky. Although I have told the Free Peoples about it, so he might be able to kill him with this army here, as he has a lot better auto-resolve than me, apparently. Although his is supposed to be bad as well. But anyway, guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn. Hey guys, turn 23, and we've just defeated the orcs at Farbad, and we've got the little fuckers on the run. So we're going to go kill him. I've been told I must get all enemy banners in pictures at all times, because apparently some people go through the immense process of having banners that don't correspond with the actual battle results, so they get away with, like, or they try and get away with cheating a victory. Like getting heroic victory, but sticking a clear victory sticker over the top of it with Photoshop. It's possible. I see people doing it because people go to extreme measures to cheat stuff, but you'd think it would be like, yeah, just play the game and enjoy yourself rather than playing 12 hours to try and cheat that way. But people are stupid, so there you go. Did I take a picture of this? I have no idea. Okay, we'll take another one. Anyway. War resolve, we lost 26 guys. Not too bad. Once again, I must take pictures of all banners or get fucking told off, apparently. There you go. Clear victory and execute the fucking orcs. I never get the point why the hell you release orcs. It doesn't make much fucking sense if you ask me. There you go. Elrond's in the trees, although his army should be completely and utterly out of range of my forces. What we're going to do, and I'll explain what's going on. Aragorn is currently marching towards here in order to take this location back and give it to me. Yay! And then he's heading right for the Misty Mountains to fuck him up. So hence, we've just destroyed an entire orc stack here. Aragorn killed an orc stack on his way to Rivendell. And the only other orc stack is over in this general direction, which was heading for Bree, but the Free Peoples had a contingency plan and Gandalf's leading the defense. So they are now running in this direction. And there we have it. Lord Thingamajig, with a kind of a shitty half a stack, is now rushing back to his lands to try and defend them. He'll probably come this way, but if I get the Free Peoples to chase him, in the hopes that he doesn't have another stack hidden somewhere, and that's what he wants me to do. But we'll see. The thing that we do have, on the other hand, making sure that these guys are completely out of range, is reinforcements arriving, which will join up with Elrond in the next turn, because Elrond can go in the middle. The High Elves have some really, really horrible, bloody movement ranges, but that should give me half a stack. Quite a beaten up half a stack. But we'll do some recruiting off camera, and we already have more troops being recruited over here, although, as you know, it takes quite a while to get them over to my to the front lines, as it were. But hopefully, I mean, assuming that the 3 peoples are going to chase them, we've got like, I'm not exactly sure where, but there's 3,000 dwarves heading into Gundabad in the post that Arrow left, but I'm not entirely sure where. But the Orcs of Gundabad have got their fucking shit. They got problems of their own, while the Orcs of the Misty Mountains are sort of in a real bind right now. We've got them on the run, in theory. It's kind of the famous last words. We've got them on the run, and then they just come out of nowhere and attack us. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we'll go to the next turn and see exactly. I'm assuming that the 3 peoples are going to chase them, and we're going to push on the Misty Mountains, seeing as Aragon is doing the same and pushing as we speak. He should have this Rivendell in the next turn, in theory. Hey guys, as I expected, the Orcs have blended with their faction leader. So we've sort of had to momentarily abandon Farbad, which isn't too bad. Really, the previous battle was a fight to destroy his army more than it was to take back the city, so it doesn't really matter too much. So Elrond is out of his range again. What we're going to do is just sort of swoop around and try pretty much just be in range of the 3 people's locations. But like I said, I replied to him, actually, message not on the screen, but still. I replied to the 3 people's telling them if they take Farbad, then they could do damage along the coast, where we don't really have any forces to defend ourselves. But anyway, Aragon has retaken our previous capital, which he's gonna hand over to us when we get a diplomat in range. But he's moving into the Misty Mountains and killing the Orcs. But he could either take Farbad and move down our coast, attacking our undefended locations, which he runs the risk of us stopping him, or he'll bugger off over to Moria and defend the Misty Mountains, which is more likely that way because he has giant armies in the Misty Mountains and he'll need all of his military power to stop us. So, yes. But anyway, we've got plenty of troops building over in our lands. I mean, it's about half a stack, almost 2 stacks building, including some awesome little cavalry that I've built. So yeah, that's about all for now. We've got plenty of cash. I've stuck everything to low taxation so that we can get some more population in the buildings. I'm not sure how long this is going to last, so if we get some upgraded military buildings, get some better units, we might be able to get better auto-resolve chances than what we did last time outside of Farbad, because that was horrible. Anyway, we'll end the turn and go to the next, as always. Nothing much going on in this turn. I'm trying to start all the turns without saying, okay then, or turn this, or okay, let's do this, or stuff like that. It's a little bit difficult because, well, I play one turn and then like a week later I play another one. But for you guys, it's immediate. So that sounds kind of like annoying. Eventually it will be. Anyway, not much going on really. Elrond's just camping near Farbad. The Orcs apparently going up here, and the 3 peoples supposedly has some kind of trap set for the Orcs. I'm guessing that his trap is hoping that he goes this way, in the direction of Horwell. Because you have a force nearby around here, so I'm guessing if he goes here, then he's going to get ambushed on all sides by the 3 peoples, and he's going to get his ass kicked. In which case, if he like retreats and falls back, then Elrond will swoop in and kill him, hopefully. But I'm assuming that's what his plan is, that if he goes in this general direction, then he's going to fall into an ambush. Well, that's the, I guess that's the idea that he has. I might be completely wrong, it might be something far more complicated and genius, but I don't know of that. Anyway, my forces are being mustered around here. Hopefully they'll take a while to get over to Elrond as usual, but we have half a stack right now. Not really the size force that I'd like to march on Moria with. I'd like a full stack to march on Moria. At the very fucking least, a full stack to march on Moria. We need one. But we will make do if necessary. Anyway, in the next turn we get our old capital back, because I've asked of it from the 3 people, so we should get Rivendell back. I always mess up those two. Anyway, next turn. Turn 26, guys. Apparently they've got about 2k orcs at Goblin Town, which is the thing over here. Yeah, do you want a Gandalf? We've got our old capital back, although he's gave it to me without any stuff. But yeah, Goblin Town's here, which is about that many troops. Maybe some more around the place. Moria is quite well defended. And he might either go up here towards into the furthest northern regions, or he might decide to defend Moria from me. My money is on him doing the second option. We might move Elrond up a bit closer and see if we can just stay out of range of him. It's a little risky, but we'll see what happens. We've still got troops, or we should. yeah, have troops coming over. He'll start making his way over to join up with Elrond, and then we'll have a force able to beat the crap out of the orcs with, in theory. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn and see what happens. And turn 27. We've got a new Orcs of the Misty Mountains player now, because the Orcs of the Misty Mountains guys and the Orcs of Gundabad have both given up and left the hot seat. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in one of the previous turns, but they've both left, and both of the factions are now under the control of one player, which is fine. So I don't mind that at all. It's fine. He'll either head north, or he'll see my troops and then bugger back off. If he moves back, we may have to pull back with Elrond. Meanwhile, over here, my forces are still moving over. And we should have more and more. Eventually, he'll get here in so many turns. Hopefully, within some degree of speed. I think what we're going to do is give Farbad back to the Free Peoples, considering that he's been nice enough to give me back my old capital. And we'll go from there. We may end up having to wait for my reinforcements in order to be able to defeat this Orc horde here. And the Free Peoples of Elrond and the Dwarves in the north will have to get most of the fighting done, it seems, on their own. He's still got more troops here. I'm not entirely sure where Aragon or the Free People's troops are, but we'll find out soon enough. Okay, guys, turn 28, and the Orcs have pulled back a little. They've obviously seen my advance, and we've had to pull back Elrond. He's got some more troops in the trees just here. But there's no way we can take on this army, so what we'll do is stay just out of range of them. We've given both of these locations over to Farbad, so they should be happy with those. We've got here, and then we've got my faction heir heading down, all the way down here as well, and he'll join up with Elrond. We also have a couple of troops that will head over from here as well, once we get going. But anyway, guys, that's all for now. We'll go to the next turn and see what the hell happens. It might be a bit of a stalemate around Farbad with the Orcs and the Misty Mountains until my reinforcements arrives. But in the meantime, we've got the Free Peoples that are pushing on the enemy locations around here. Goblin Town is still not under siege. I'm not entirely sure where the Free People's armies are or what they're up to. I don't think there's any locations up here that we can actually see whether or not they're under siege. No, because we don't have eyes on them yet. Oh well. I'll keep you guys posted as to what my allies are doing, but for now, we don't really know entirely what's going on. Victory is pretty much guaranteed. It's just a matter of how easily we're going to kill them. That's why the previous evil players left. Because they knew they'd lost, and they just left because they didn't see any point in staying. Which is fair enough, I suppose. But I wanted to continue so that we could keep recording. But yeah, I'm actually uploading this series now, which is okay because I didn't have anything else to upload because I was too fucking swamped to record Divide and Conquer. But anyway, guys, the Westeros hot seats are a lot more action-packed, a lot more shit happens, a lot more combat is done. Because Westeros is a lot smaller, and what we've fought, it's a lot more action-packed and a lot more enjoyable. So, going from my experience from 3rd Age, while it's okay, I don't think I'll ever be in more than one 3rd Age hot seat at a time. Because it's so slow-paced compared to Westeros, so I definitely prefer Westeros hot seats to 3rd Age. Definitely. But anyway, guys, we'll go to the next turn.